wait a little longer for the other class. Are they coming or are they staying put? Okay, good morning everyone. Thank you for joining our chant class this Saturday. Today, anyone has any questions? There's quite a few people here who are new with us, relatively speaking. So are there any questions that you might have or curious about? All right. I wanted to talk about last night's chant class, but I didn't have a chance. I wanted to talk about strength, or, if you will, the lack of. It's a sign of regression or deterioration when you lack strength or you become weaker. We're not simply talking about physical strength, but also mental strength. Physical strength is probably a little bit not relevant, because physical strength requires the kind of expertise I don't have. And there are plenty of people who are good at that and help you do strength training and improve your body, make it stronger and healthier and so forth. What I'm talking about is mental strength or lack of mental strength. That's what I noticed. Okay, I noticed that people seem to lack mental strength, and as a result, they really struggle when there are difficulties, And they know that they're weak mentally, but they don't know how to become stronger mentally. And this is what Chan does. Chan makes you stronger mentally. And by the way, as your mental strength increases, naturally your health will also increase. It will not make you stronger physically. Chan practice will not make you stronger physically, but will make your body healthier. Okay, that's a fact. And so health is also related to your mental strength as well, if you will, in other words. Okay, so that's why this is something that most people don't understand. They think that strength is about physical. Actually, strength has both aspects, mental and physical. Okay. Now I see people working out and you see in their biceps and their quads and so forth. Okay. And they do taekwondo. Yeah, you still do taekwondo, and that's it. No more. You don't break bricks anymore. Okay. So you see the physical, working on physical, but people really don't know how to build their mental strength. And meditation is one of the most effective means to develop mental strength. Okay? Because we understand strength, mental strength. So what is mental strength? What is strength? And it's necessary, because you don't have strength, then you cannot take suffering. Conversely speaking, as you become stronger mentally, you can take on a heavier burden. All right? So what is mental strength? No idea? Okay, I ask the questions, I might as well give you the answer. Sit back, relax, okay, enjoy yourself. Yeah. So mental strength in Buddhism, well, this is Buddha's wisdom, not my thinking. Okay, this is Buddha's wisdom, the thing that the Buddha developed himself. He developed tremendous mental strength, and just for the heck of it. Ultimately, if you reach the peak, the extreme level of mental strength, it transcends physical strength. You know that? And this is why when you master mental strength, like in China, in the past, you heard of this monk called Bodhidharma. He's Indian. He's not even Chinese. Okay? He came from India. He went to China. From India, he went to China after going through a lot of hardships to bring meditation to the Chinese. Okay? And he's the master at developing or teaching Chan. And so he really mastered how to develop mental strength. And how do we know? He would never himself tell you he's mentally strong. But as I said, if you really get to extreme mental strength, nothing bothers you. No one can make you suffer. That's of interest to me personally. I was divorced, but it has nothing to do with my, Anyway, it's a joke. Okay? So he got extreme, he got to the level, he knows how through meditation to build his mental strength. He got to the top, the extreme level of mental strength, and guess what? He then developed incredible physical strength. So ultimately, if you want to build physical strength as well, you might consider meditation as well, because your trainer cannot help you develop strength that exceed your physical body. You believe? Okay. So what proof do we have that Bodhidharma, great master, Chan Master Bodhidharma, had extreme physical strength from mastering Chan? Because, he taught us Chan. This Chan we have, the Chinese Chan, we're learning here is Chinese Chan, and that came from India. So the Chinese understand Chan. Okay? Chinese monks understand Chan and master Chan. Okay? Master Bodhidharma mastered physical strength because he invented Shaolin martial arts. Is that clear? Historically, he is credited with inventing Shaolin, the Kung Fu, the martial arts there, that fathered basically Chinese martial arts. Okay? Every single Chinese martial art is derivative of Kung Fu, basically. Okay? And so that's why they really understand physical strength. So far, so good. And that's from developing mental strength. Extreme physical strength, okay, will help you understand. Also have physical strength. And think about it. If you have extreme strength like that, imagine how healthy your body is. It transcends age. Okay? And it transcends. And your mind is really indomitable. Okay? No one can dominate you. You're the one who chooses. Should I? And please don't take this wrong. Men, should I dominate or not? Non-stupid, you look too happy. You like this topic, huh? To dominate or not? That is the question. Yes, Wei Mountain.
Master, so when Bodhidharma can survive when he was poisoned, is that part of his mental strength too?
Yeah, mental strength has a lot of things. I'm only talking about two aspects, mental strength and also physical strength. But it's a lot more. When he got to his level, he understood about how to heal himself. Okay, at low level, for example, when you get poisoned, poison is a foreign object to your body. So what he did is he isolated the poisons. Okay, yeah. So they he can isolate, use his skills to isolate the poison, because when you are poisoned, the last thing you want to do to allow the poison to spread to your internal organs, it would be very difficult to undo. So he is able, as a proof, as a strategy, is to isolate, the poison, and then from when the poison is isolated in one spot. Oh, did we fix this? No? I broke it last night. No one fixed it? Huh? Who?
It's fixed.
It's fixed. Yeah, it looks fixed to me. Thank you. At least I won't get in trouble with my boss. Don't tell him. Okay? I'm so careless. So he was able to, again, the poison is that you isolate into one section, one area of the body, okay? And then once it's there, you can use your Chan skills to crush it, to vaporize it, if you will, to zap it, if you will. That's the process. That's what I would do, if I could. All right? Can you imagine, like the point is that there's two steps, because if you fail to isolate the poison, now you have to chase all over your body to fight the poison. Okay? So that's why it's very efficient, a lot more efficient to really, really show them to one area and then concentrate and knock it out and zap it. Otherwise, you have to zap throughout the entire body. It's too much work. All right? One day you understand. And so anyway, going back to Chan meditation. So in Chan meditation, for all of us, for most of us, we won't be able to get to the level of Bodhidharma. Forget it. It's you are not. First of all, most of you are not Indian. Let's face it, okay, except for her. Yeah. Number two, most of you too old. Okay, so it takes time. It's not that easy. It's a lot of work and a lot of sacrifices. So it's not that easy. But the point is that there's a technology. There's a track record for people who've done it. Bodhidharma was not the only one, by the way. He trained his disciples, his students, and some of them were able to also master physical strength as well, after mental strength. Okay? And so in terms of mastering physical strength, is that, for us, physical strength is that you need to build muscles, right? Make your muscles grow bigger and sturdier, so that you can lift heavier. Actually, physical strength, mental strength actually transcends physical strength. Okay, and so as just for the sake of gossiping, my teacher, Chinese teacher, Master YongHua, he talked about his predecessor, Master Xu Yun. You heard of Master Xu Yun? He's a patriarch, another Chan patriarch before Master YongHua in the history of Chinese Chan. And so Master Xu Yun is taller than Master YongHua, for the record. Okay, my teacher is very short. what do we call it? How do we say it in English? Kind of diminutive in stature. Anyway, okay, but Master Xu Yun is taller but skinnier. He's skin and bones. He doesn't eat. His entire life, he's skin and bones. Okay, the reason for it, I'm not telling you why. Please don't ask. Okay, because you won't believe me. Anyway, so he's skin and bones. Okay, so he did a lot of feats. He meditated. That's what he does. He's a Chan Beicher. He mastered Chan up to a certain level. Yeah, but one day he was traveling. He's hiring a lot of people to bring I don't remember, scrolls of Buddhist sutras, scriptures or something, or treasures from the temple. Because at the time in China, there were war and there were a lot of upheaval, so they had to run away. Okay, and so he hired a lot of big Chinese men to carry these things, and after a while, because it's a long trip, the men rebelled. They said, and this is in his in the biography of Master Xu Yun, the Master Xu Yun wrote. You can look it up, and you get probably a better description. I'm just remember vaguely because I read it something like 20 years ago, over 20 years ago, and so after a long trip, these coolies, Chinese coolies, they began to complain. And they said, this is too far, is it heavier, you're not paying us enough, we're hungry, we miss our families and so forth. And they complain that this is way too heavy, getting too heavy. And Master Xu Yun said, but I pay you. And he said, yeah, it's easy for you. You don't have to carry these things. So Master Xu Yun didn't say anything, went towards a boulder, a big rock here, like this. He grabbed the rock, not the lock. It sounds Chinese. You are so racist. Okay. He took the rock, excuse me, took the rock and lifted above his head. He says, heavy? You think this is heavy? And that's why all the coolies shut up and they carry the thing the rest of the way. A boulder, yeah, whatever. Boulder. Yeah, boulder is better. Just don't use a rock. Okay, got that? So the proof is that even Master Xu Yun level is actually not the same as Great Master Bodhidharma. It's much lower, but he's able to transcend physical as well, physical limitations as well. Okay, so anyway, so what is strength then? Mental strength. Mental strength. The Buddha knows it. What is mental strength? He says, because someone asked him, he says, Buddha, we're honored one, what is strength? And the Buddha says, strength is, anyone? This is Indian wisdom, not Chinese. See, now we go back to India. But even the Indians don't remember anymore. And now the Chinese remember.
Not moved by anything?
Not even the Chinese get it. Okay, so don't feel bad. You're not Chinese, it's okay. Chinese, Cantonese, I don't care. Anyone else? What is strength? Anyone else? What is strength here? So for all practical purposes, for our purposes, strength is, look at it as mental strength for now, okay? Forget about physical strength yet. Because as I said, it's unlikely you'll be able to ever reach its level the rest of your life, okay? It requires a lot of dedication. Yes, Wei Mountain, What is strength? This guy knows.
Master, your lecture, you used to say that strength is the ability to yield to other.
To what?
To yield to others.
To what you? What's you?
Yield. New.
New? Okay. No. God, I can't believe this. Hey, the Korean person there who does translation, what is strength in Korea? We go into different cultures hoping for a solution. Chinese don't have it. Vietnam don't have it. Indian lost it. Korean, what? No clues? Okay, Wei Mao, what is strength?
To endure what can't be endured.
What has to
What
do with
the
strength?
average person can't endure.
Okay, let's go to the Caucasians. Getting close. Okay, Caucasians have any clues? What is strength? What is mental strength? Remember, we're not talking about physical strength. Physical strength is, it's for worldly people.
Thank you, Master. You're in Gold Forest today, so I want to make sure I'm addressing you with the right audience in mind.
Yes.
Yeah, mental
We all
strength
love
is
our president here, no matter how wrong he is.
mental strength is the ability to influence the FCC to get Jimmy Kimmel kicked off the air.
Jeez. Yeah, so we'll go back to it. Okay, anyone else? What's mental strength? What is strength? If you understand this, then you understand the secret behind developing mental strength. Huh? Because if you don't have mental strength, you are weak, no matter how big you are, how tall you are. That's why the short Chinese monk, they never fail to have a complex inferiority, no matter how short they are, because they say, I'm stronger than you. You may be bigger and taller than me, but I'm stronger than you. Okay? So what is mental strength? What is strength? Yes, Wei Mao.
Master, is that patient?
Exactly. See, this is in the Buddhist teaching. The Buddha says, someone asked the Buddha, World Honored One, what is strength? He says, strength is patience. You want to develop strength? It requires patience. Case in point, if you choose to develop your physical strength, didn't it require patience as well? Yes or no? Isn't that beautiful? So that technology for developing physical strength also requires patience, except that technology has a limit. Whereas in Chan meditation, we develop strength by focusing on mental because it has no limitations. Yes, you too.
We have three YouTube comments. First one from Apple says fearless. Second one, T.S. Geppetto, not quitting. And from Vicky, Emitofuo, mental strength is the ability to take a loss.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Very good. Not what I'm looking for. But thank you. Okay. So it says, if you have patience, then you have strength. In other words, if you want to develop strength, you have to develop patience. You become stronger means that you become more patient. In other words, If you become more patient, you're mentally stronger. That's the only way, by the way. That's the only way. There's no other way. I invite you to prove me wrong. Can you think about any other way? Do you know of any other way in mankind store wisdom where you can develop mental strength? That never mind about physical strength yet, because that's, again, not applicable to you unless you're going to go Shaolin, okay? A faster path for you is go do Shaolin. Go to China at, where's that thing, that area, what's it called? Wu Tai Shan? Tung Shan, yeah, Tung Shan. You go to that area, Tung Mountain there, and then you practice, you learn Shaolin, and hopefully you get stronger physically. Okay? So mental strength is patience, is connected, is directly connected to patience, meaning that if you are more patient, you are mentally stronger. If you are mentally stronger, then you are more patient. You see that? I'm pointing out to you two ways to develop it. Either you do Chan practice, okay? It will help you develop more patience, okay? And it makes you mentally stronger. Or you do not do Chan, but you will develop your patience, then you become mentally stronger as well. Is that clear? Yes, Wei Mao.
Thank you, Master. How do we help our children become more patient and mentally strong?
I'm glad you asked. This is what I observe, okay? I observed that the children are a very special case. If you're interested. Okay? First of all, as a general observation, okay, because I observed a lot of people came and went through my doors, the temple doors, everywhere, okay, and online as well. Came and went online. I look at them, look at children, and so forth. That's why I observed a lot of people, a lot of cases. And in general, what I found, it's kind of fun for me in observing it, is that I found that in general, the children, again, in general, majority of the cases, 80% of the time, okay, the children are mentally as strong as the parents. That to me is so interesting. Okay? In other words, I saw some parents who are weak, therefore the children are kind of weak as well. Hello, non-stupid? Okay? So what's interesting is I encounter a lot of smart men, smart women, and smart married couple. In general, their kids, are just as smart. It's very interesting to me. So to me, and please help me understand better, correct me if I'm wrong, to me, that means that genes matters. That's why, what is the rationale? You buy into that? Genes matters? Where genes? Where have you been? You haven't heard of the American whatever? That actress. I kind of forgot her name. Something like Sweet or something.
Sweeney.
Sweeney, thank you so much. It escaped me. People will judge me if they know I know of all these, remember these actresses' names. Yes, Peter, he's disapproving face. This guy is too obvious.
No, I absolutely approve. I mean, Sydney Sweeney's Good Genes Matter campaign boosted the stock like 60%. So it's clearly
absolutely. Yeah, again, from a child perspective, I was interested because, because of the genes. Anyway, it's nice to have people who can appreciate my English jokes. The rest of you are just too Asian. Okay, the point I'm trying, seriously, the genes matter because the smart parents make smart children. Okay? It's reassuring to know, isn't it? So if you think yourself smart, chances are that your kids are just as smart as you are. Okay? It's comforting to know that. I saw too many cases. Okay? In some interesting cases, the wife is smart, husband is smart. And I can't tell you boys or girls, but the kids are smarter than the parents in some cases. It's so interesting. So I said, how come? So they transcend genes as well. Okay? And some very rare cases where actually some of the kids are not as smart as a parent. But that's genetics and and other aspects. We don't go into that. It's too depressing. All right. So the point here is that maybe you can't make them smarter than we are. That's my first observation. Okay. Genes matter. Who you choose to make babies with matter in a way, okay? But how do you make them smarter than you? Can we rephrase it as that way? Can I make my kids smarter? Can I make my kids stronger mentally? Of course you can. What is smarts, first of all? Let's talk about smarts and then mental strength next. Smarts is basically a gene, okay? You're born with that smart genes. The wiring up here is better. It's very efficient. It's very fast. The wiring up here is very fast. Right? Just like computers. Some computers are, the newer computers are faster because they use better technology. They have better chips, memory chips. Okay? Better architecture. Better. So therefore, you want to make your kids smarter? For example, Alex, I would choose a woman who's smarter than me. Never mind, okay? We're too late for that. All right. So smart is a matter of gene because it has to do with the wiring. This is also a limitation as well because if you have some physical difficulties with the wiring here, it's very hard to undo. It's hard to change it, okay? So it's a physical wiring that's about smarts. okay? But also you can influence it because basically it's physical wiring, okay? And it turns out that if you meditate and you have higher level of Chan Samadhis, actually the wiring actually improves. Look at it as upgrading the motherboard of your computer. You have the computer right there. All you have to do is upgrade the motherboard and it will be run faster, right? That's Chan meditation, by the way. Okay, so it's a very good question. How do we teach children to be stronger and so forth? You have to teach them meditation, practically. Okay? You have to find a way to get them to meditate. And meditation is not necessarily only sitting and crossing their legs. You know, I noticed something too that might be of interest to you. Where is it broken? I can't even see where it's broken. Good job. Look at that. I should break it again. I can feel confident I can break it again. No one noticed. Wow. I'm so impressed. Sorry, buddy. Okay. But be nice, okay? Don't abandon me. Do you know that in Buddhism, we are able to do what we do here because of his protection? This is Wei To. This is a spirit, very powerful. You mess with him, he will abandon your temple. We know a lot of things. You guys think, you know, life is that simple. No, it's not. It's a lot of things you don't know about. Okay? So anyway, I can't even see where it's broken. Wow. Let me see. Anyway, where was I? I was about to tell you an observation of mine. I noticed that kids who show up at the temple and they play and they scream and they yell and they play with each other and so forth. Okay? We don't force them to cross their legs and meditate at all. Okay? We rarely do that. Okay? But somehow they become stronger mentally. Isn't that cool? So meaning that they surpass their dads in terms of mental strength. But then unless the dad keeps up, the kids will surpass them. But interesting, they play like that, and they do the things there, okay? But they get mentally stronger too themselves. And the reason, to just put it simply for you, is, anyone knows? Oh my God, there's so many things you don't know about. Oh my God, how can you live like this? Huh? Oh my God. They actually are stronger mentally. How come? I tell you one thing, very simple thing, that you would not even know. You don't realize. Many of these kids become stronger mentally, whether it's here, Gulf Forest, whether it's down, up north in San Francisco, okay, or down south in WMT. The kids actually becoming mentally stronger because daddy or mommy are getting stronger. It's that simple. Especially the ones who come to the temple, they tag along and go, and we let them do the things there. And when their dads and the mom are working, are practicing meditation and doing those things, as I notice, as the dads and moms get stronger, okay, eventually the kids will get stronger to themselves. What I'm talking about, this folks, please don't misunderstand. This is very precise. That is this level, okay? Mental strength. The kids can be this level already, okay? Because of the genes. Remember the blue genes? All right, so far so good. He's down here, but he's actually not up here yet. He has a potential to be up here because of the genes. Okay, he's down here. Okay, however, as the dad increases his samadhi, he's developed his mental strength. Guess what happened to the kid? He also increased. So like in parallel like this, the dad first, and then the kid. Dad, mom first, and the kid. It's so fascinating to me. Again, there are two aspects, okay? What you can observe right now or the potential. The kid with the genes that can reach his level, okay? Because of his genes. Okay? However, as the parents improve, okay, this may not necessarily lift the level of the kid. Okay? However, at least most of the kids, they don't meditate, they don't do chant, therefore they're down here. Okay? But as the dad increases, the kid also increases. And there's a lag. It's not immediate. The dad increases, the kid eventually increases. The mom increases, the kid eventually increases. So your chant practice matters, folks. You bring the kid to the temple. When you don't bring them to the temple, I can't observe them, so I don't know what happens at home when they, you go home and whatever. Okay, I imagine, because I observed some of them who don't come as often, they actually increase very, very slowly. Very, very slowly. It's like negligible, if you will. I'm that sensitive. Okay? Because the kids are different, they don't increase as, the mom increases a little bit, but the kid is very, very, you can hardly notice much at all, okay? But whereas the two kids here today, for example, I'll give you an example. The three kids here today, that's what I see over there, okay? When the parents increase, they increase eventually. It's kind of interesting. All right? So that's how you can help your children increase their mental strength. The other ways, so the hint, the consequence is that when you bring them to the temple and let them hang out like that, actually is very helpful in developing the mental strength. Okay? And we don't have to push them around. We don't have to force them to do anything. Okay. If you want to go further and help them develop faster, then we have to really do some kind of formal or meditation class for children and so forth, which we don't have the resources and the time and the manpower yet to do. But if you give me enough time and resources and manpower and developing manpower to do that, eventually we can train children as well. And they'll be like fabulous children. A la the Fabulous Four. You don't know Fabulous Four? Elastic Man? Geez, you guys, where have you been? Vietnam? Okay, so yeah, we do have ways to train children, but it's not my emphasis, my focus right now, because my focus is the training the next generation of adult you, and then my next generation of monks and nuns, because if I didn't, I don't want the same thing to happen to my to next generation, like Master Shenhua's. He basically no more training, okay, and it's very, very alarming to me. You can elect bad leaders, but you can ill afford. We can ill afford not to train the next generation of monks and nuns. It's very alarming to me. Everywhere I go, I see that problem. In Taiwan, in everywhere I've been to, they really cannot train the next generation. And actually, recently I went to a Taiwanese temple recently, 5-6 months ago, and it's tremendous, beautiful building, lots of people cultivating very vigorously. And I looked at the level, I said, no. Okay, the teacher is pretty good, but the students are not. And that's a big problem for me. Okay, very alarming to me. And that's decay. So the skills, the Chan skills are not passed on to the next generation. That's very alarming. Okay, so I don't want that to happen. Like with my teachers, problem, it's not passed on, and so that's why my number one priority right now personally is to make sure I transfer the knowledge and pass on and develop people, pass on the technology to train people. Okay, lay people as well as left home people. Why? Because. Hello. Because we don't. First of all, we don't discriminate between lay and left home people. We don't discriminate between men and women. Okay, and left home people can become lay people. Lay people can become left home people. Okay, men can become women. No, don't go there. Okay, never mind. Okay, so that's why we don't discriminate at all. Okay. So that's a very high priority for me personally. I'm still doing this because I still feel that there's a lot of people that need to be trained, and eventually, when we have the resources, we branch it out, we send them everywhere. That's my plan. Everywhere. We're growing organically right now. For example, I'll give you an example. Here we are at the same level here in the U.S. Okay, in terms of temples, but in Korea, which is our foreign operations, we are now went from 2 to 3 locations, but I'm not content with that. I feel we need to train a lot more people so that we can have more branches to help more people. There's a lot of people with great potential. They just don't have the opportunity to train properly. There's so much potential that's not being trained properly. That's a shame to me. Okay, so that's very high priority. This is why kids are not high priority for me right now. I cannot afford to wait for them to grow up. By the time I grow up, I'm dead already. Okay. All right, that's almost the end of time. So basically, here, let me summarize the thing, and we can discuss it more for you if you wish. Okay, Chan training is a training that makes you This is pure Chan training, by the way. Traditionally is how Chan has always been trained in China, in India. Okay, now we are standardizing it in America. Chan training is to train you to endure the leg pains. As one very important training technique is to help you build your mental strength, is fundamentally you need to learn to increase your pain tolerance. You tolerate your own pain more. That's how you become mentally stronger naturally. Okay? So the more, to summarize it, the more you force yourself, because we cannot force you, to endure more leg pains, more leg discomfort when you cross your legs. Okay, and don't go crazy on me now. Do it incrementally. We teach you the technology that I developed 20 years ago when I started teaching. Okay, because I didn't want you to sue me if something would go wrong. Okay, so all I ask you is that every time you sit, systematically increase your sit by 1 minute, 2 minutes, 30 seconds, but increases consistently. That's all you have to do. And you'll be amazed on how quickly your mental strength develops. That's it. If you don't have that foundation, it's very hard to build. You don't really need, there's many ways to do it, but that's the best way to build without us. You can build at home, you can build anywhere, okay? You can build at any other temples. You need to learn to endure that physical discomfort, physical pain. Incrementally, the key word is incrementally, okay? And do more each time, that's all. Because what it does is that it conditions your mind to become more patient with your discomfort, with your pain. And what does it do? Fundamentally, here's what it does to you. This is your current level of mental pain tolerance right now. Meaning that if someone yells at you, it hurts. Yeah? When you endure your physical pain a little bit more, it goes like this. What does it do when this person here attacks you mentally? Yells at you, screams at you mentally, he's still at this level, remember? This level hurts you, affects you. When you increase your mental tolerance, this person is still at the same level, isn't he? And therefore, he hurts you less. You go more, he's still at the same level. He's the same level, so eventually, he can't hurt you anymore, period. That's how one of my disciples managed to wrestle control away from his wife. And now manages his money himself. And it's commendable. Isn't that cool? It's for real, folks. You don't talk. People just gap and talk and talk and talk. We quietly work and build our strength. Okay? And that's why, in conclusion, you want to be healthier, you have physical problems, okay? Physical ailments, okay? Cross your legs and sit longer. Thank you, everyone. Let's all go have lunch.